Hey guys, welcome to my corner of the internet. Excuse the lighting if it's kind of bad, but we're gonna do something a little different today. I am gonna go and do Elizabeth's hair because her regrowth is so bad, and then she's gonna add some extensions into my hair because I cannot stand my super thin hair right now. So we're going to try to vlog it. Well, we already have like most of the footage, but I forgot to do the opening and stuff like that. And excuse my hat, my hair is looking really stupid, so I had to hide it somehow. But yeah, like it's still kind of quarantine, so we're not really going to like hairstylists right now, but I have bleached out Elizabeth's hair before, so I kind of get the gist of her hair. So yeah, let's keep watching. I think it's gonna be kind of a voiceover, so yeah. Oh, and a disclaimer, I am not a professional cosmetologist or anything like that. Again, I am a licensed esthetician, and I'm just kind of doing Elizabeth's hair kind of like mine. And Brad Mondo, you might come for me in this video, but I mean, I don't know what to say besides, I guess you can come for me. I've already admitted that I'm not a professional, but I'm doing it this way because a lot of other hairstylists have done my hair this way. But yeah, let's keep watching, guys. So just a little background on Elizabeth's hair. She is about a level 2. If you can tell, her regrowth is about 4 inches or something like that. And we do have to lighten out her regrowth a lot to about a level 10 for the color that we're trying to aim for. And because of her ends are like more compromised, because we have lightened that about 3 times now, 2 times that she did and once I did for her. So her hair's pretty compromised. But before this, she did do the Olaplex number 1 and 2 treatments, the shampoo bowl treatments, I think twice preparing for this. And she has prepped her hair this week getting ready for this treatment, this lightening session. And from where her regrowth ends and where the color starts, basically where her hair is lightened, I'm gonna coat all of her hair with either Olaplex number 2. Well, we coated it with Olaplex number 2, and then we just didn't have enough number 2, so then I just grabbed a cheap conditioner that she had and I coated the rest of her hair with it. And I mean, I drenched her hair with it, and her hair was so dry that the conditioner just kind of absorbed straight into her hair, and that's fine. But just to be safe, I wanted to have that barrier where that mark of demarcation would be, and I didn't want a chemical cut. I did use Olaplex in her lightening, in her bleach, so keep that in mind. So there is bleach in her lightener, Olaplex number 1 in her lightener, and then we put Olaplex number 2 everywhere, and then I also went in and put conditioner in just like in case, because I just didn't want any breakage. And I just did that just to make sure we had no breakage. And some people might say it won't do anything, but it really made a difference for her hair. Elizabeth's hair is a little bit more fragile than mine. It can't take as much bleach and chemical services as mine can, so I just wanted to be very, very mindful of that. When I went to go buy lightener for her, they didn't have the Gaitang Identity, what is it called, the Big 9. So and honestly, I love the Big 9. I do like a cream bleach for our hair types, and from getting a level 2 to about a level 9 or 10 that we needed to get her to, Big 9 always does it, but they didn't have it. So we did pick up the Schwarzkopf bleach, and I have never ever used this bleach. So then I was treading very, very lightly with this. I think we used a bleach developer of a level either 20 or 30, but I don't ever go above a 30. So yeah, that's what we did. I don't measure bleach just because I know what kind of consistency I like, and I feel like with lighteners, the ratios of what they tell you, it's either too thick or too thin and just doesn't work as well. But I mean, to your discretion. And again, professionals are probably going to come after me for saying things like that. So yeah, the reason why I am starting from the top of her head and not the back of her head is because I do know a lot of people who specialize in blondes and in Asian blondes, and they all start off at the top of the head because that's really where most people see your hair and they don't see the bottom, right? And I don't know, I was told that most of the heat radiates from the nape of your head opposed to the top of your head. So a lot of the times when I'm going and getting my roots or my regrowth, let's start over. A lot of time when I'm getting my regrowth done by a blonde specialist, they do start off at the top and work at really small sections and then work their way down to the nape. So that's what I did with Elizabeth this time, just to see if it made a difference in her hair, because the last time I did her hair, we started from the nape area and worked our way. And I know that I did like right at her rootage area. It is what it is. I mean, her hair, there was just so much regrowth. I didn't feel like there was really a difference between where her direct roots were to like where further from her scalp, well, from where her scalp was to basically like lower of her scalp. I don't know if that's making any sense, but I didn't have really an issue of lifting there. But again, I've never used this bleach, and I didn't realize how aggressive this bleach was because it did get very puffy, if that makes any sense. And I know very aggressive bleaches get puffy, and I wasn't expecting that. So I kind of got a little scared because aggressive bleaches to me seem like it's easier to get a chemical cut. So I worked through the hair as fast as I could, and we just kind of put a thing of foil on top, and then we put a bag over it because obviously we need the heat to make our hair process. And after 20 minutes, it looked like we were at about a level 9, which I was totally okay with. However, after we washed it out, we were at like a level 7, and we needed to go a lot lighter. And I was totally okay with having to go back and go back and put lightener in her hair again. So we just rinsed it out. And because this lightener was so aggressive, it was funny because I had like a little weird patch of brown in her hair, which was really weird because I've never had that issue happen until, well, this was the first time it happened. And so when I asked my cosmetologist friends, they said it was just the bleach that got aggressive and I probably missed that spot. And I'm not sure how I missed that spot because I was taking the smallest slices to do her hair. So anyways, we rinsed, we blow dried, and then we did her hair. We lightened it again the same way. I coated all of her ends with conditioner, and I just kind of hit the spots where we needed to go in lighter. And at that point, and then I think I let that develop for about 20 minutes and then we stopped. We did another Olaplex treatment, but I just didn't feel comfortable enough to put the direct dye into her hair. And we honestly did the Pulp Bright direct dyes. Well, they're semi-permanent. What is it? I think they're demi-permanent dyes, but there's like no developer. You just kind of slap it into the hair and you're done. But just looking at her hair wet and looking at certain spots, we just weren't where I wanted her hair to be. So we said, let's let your hair heal and let's try this again in a week. So that's what we did. We just kind of like let her hair dry, air dry, and then I told her, you know, do 2 Olaplex treatments for the following week. Don't put any heat to your hair, and let's reconvene. All right, so a little bit of a background on my hair. I don't know if you guys watched my hair emergency video, but I did get a very serious like chemical cut for my last hair session. So I was going back and forth about hair extensions, and I finally said F it, and I ordered some hair and found some videos on YouTube, ordered everything that I needed, and Elizabeth was in charge of doing it. I know Elizabeth isn't a cosmetologist or an esthetician, but I was like, listen, you are the queen of DIY and you suck at beauty DIYs, but it's fine. Like, I believe in you and I know you won't fuck up my hair. So I purchased the Platinum Blonde extensions. I think these are 20 inches, and I colored them the night before, and I didn't use Pulp Riot color. I did use some Schwarzkopf color, and I love Schwarzkopf color. Schwarzkopf is a beautiful line. I just need to get off of Pulp Riot's deck, and maybe good things will happen. I don't know. But Schwarzkopf's great. I still love Pulp Riot, but yeah, anyways, moving on. So as you can see, the first row that Elizabeth did, we did do beaded hand-tied extensions. The first row was definitely shaky. The second row, better. And then the third row that she did was so much better. I do have a very small head. So even if we wanted to do the fourth row, I don't even think a fourth row would have fit in my hair. Well, would have fit on my head, because again, I have a very small head, and I believe the hair that I bought is 150 grams. So it was funny because I was going to buy 2 packets, but my head's too small. So there's that. And just to let you guys know, I did rock these extensions for about a week before my hair started to grow out, and the very bottom track I had a really hard time with. So I think it was like 3 or 4 days later, I did meet up with Elizabeth, and we did end up having to take out that bottom track because it was just so uncomfortable, and I ended up having like this really gross like pimple underneath. So we took out that track, and then we ended up putting it in a couple days later. So there's that. I will be taking out my extensions again in 2 weeks because it'll be at the 4-week mark. I will be taking them out and redoing, I will be lightening my roots and doing a lighter silver maybe. I do miss my icy silver hair, however I do really like the gray, but it's still summertime, so I feel like I could still get away with an icy silver. So when my extensions are taken out, I will probably be going back to my icy silver. But yeah, thanks for watching this vlog, you guys, and I will definitely be vlogging again when we're reinstalling my extensions, redoing my roots, and doing a color refresh. But here is a picture, here's a shot of Elizabeth's hair. If anybody is interested, it is the Pulp Riot Lilac semi-permanent color, and then we did put Nevermore underneath. Oh, and I did end up cutting about 2 or 3 inches of Elizabeth's hair off, so that's why it's not as long as it looked in the before photos. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!